Let's get started.
It's time to drink
and draw.
Drinks
And draw.
Ladies and gentlemen, wake the kids, phone the neighbors.
Drinks
And draw.
Give the folks a little sizzle. Sizzle? Quick. Wow, you're pretty quick for a big guy.
Brought to you by
Comics.shop.
I believe I'm ready, but you just don't know.
I feel I'm ready.
Welcome to Comics' Friday night drink and draw. Tonight we are drawing this fellow, although most will probably draw the red fellow so that you can't see his blood. Deadpool. So yes, a bit of Deadpool or something pool at least. We'll be getting tonight.
A chlorine-filled pool. It's all up for grabs. Just want to say, hey, you made it. Friday. We're all here. We're live. Let's celebrate. Let's draw. Let's talk. Let's hang out. I want to know something. I want to know a few things because knowledge is power. No, I want to know where. Drop in the comments, if you will. I want to know. One day, a while ago, Nick May blew my mind when he said he was watching a Comex video on his big screen TV in the lounge room. Which blew my mind with the idea that his family is walking through and our faces are huge on his 97-inch plasma high-def 4K 27 gigawatts, whatever.
Is this for real? Is he a baller? Like, I didn't know.
Yeah, they call him the DJ Khaled of Warrenwood. That's his nickname. So, yeah, I want to know, are we on your phones right now? Are we on your computer? Are we on your TV? Who else can see us? Do they wonder what this is and why you watch this? So tell us. But firstly, let's go around the room and introduce our band of misfits. And there ain't no band without a lead singer. No, actually, says I'm the lead singer. Come on, mate. You're the road manager, the producer, the record.
You don't want me singing, trust me.
Manager guy.
Yeah,
Does that mean I'm on the triangle? I bags the triangle. I want to be that guy.
Yeah, well, you can. All right. Yep.
Sorry.
Sis, thanks for having us. Comex.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Pleasure's
All right.
mine.
My name's Spedsy, aka Rob Lyle, because I was scared originally to put my real name on the internet. My dad said, never put on the internet what you don't want on the front of the newspaper. So now I have a nickname and a real name. It's awkward. Much like this guy, Nick Cleary.
How's it going? I'm here to draw quickly, as the name suggests. I might be doing a few Deadpool clones. I think that's kind of trending now. Here's my first one.
Hey, oh,
There you go. The old Deadpool.
that is a tight mask that my nose has that much definition.
Well, it always does, my friend. Get used to it.
Oh, mate, I've spent my whole life trying to get used to it.
Well, we're still getting used to it. So that's for everyone.
I tell you who I'm used to. Lauren Marshall, welcome back. We have missed you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am also good.
Good.
Anybody else? How?
No, I don't care about the rest of you. Sorry.
Alex Major, how you be?
I'm okay now, but earlier. Whew.
Whoa, yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to talk about it on the show? It's up to you.
Yeah, I had red eyes. I couldn't. I thought me and Spedsy, not you, Sis. Me and Sis were talking about it. There was like a close call if I was going to be on the show or not. And this morning I was like, you know what? I'm going to be on the show.
Yep.
Why were your eyes red? Can we talk about it?
I had some kind of it's so great because it's the same color as Deadpool, so we are on topic.
Ooh, yeah.
But yeah, no, basically I just had an infection and I had gunk coming out of my eyes and that was causing it red. And then so if anybody's eating, imagine eyeballs, and then there's like snot coming out of it from the bottom of your ball.
Yeah. Wow. Keep
So,
going.
Take it to the next level.
Well, I'm not using naughty language. I'm behaving, and then.
What I was worried about.
But anyway, so basically, because I couldn't, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to be on tonight, and I couldn't use my iPad because the doctor told me to get off screen. So I was off any kind of screen for 2 days. So I had to use an e-ink tablet to draw all the frames. So my animation is going to look a little bit odd today. So apologies that it's not the same it used to be. But so, anyways, that's fascinating. Now, Paul, this leads on to you, mate.
Well,
Oh,
Paul Cameron, welcome to the show. First time. Now, of course, people at home, viewer discretion is advised because an adult film may be produced behind him while he is talking.
You're lucky enough.
Welcome
that.
to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
The viewers might go up.
Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be all red and stuff. All everything.
Awesome. I have been smashing through seasons of Vikings lately. And I tell you who would fit in amongst the Northmen. That is Mike Nason. Welcome back to the show.
Just so happens that my mother's also Icelandic, so fits in even more. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And there's a bearded axe somewhere inside that beard. I'm going to. Whoa, the way you looked off screen, I thought, holy crap, he's going to grab an axe.
But Mike, do you speak any Icelandic?
I've got an axe, but it's a different sort.
Oh, sweet. All right.
Good call.
Yeah. Lee Chalker, how you be, sir? Welcome back.
Thank you, mate. It's nice to be here. It's been a while. So, yeah, good. I'm well. And you?
First time back on the show since the dropping of B4B issue 5.
Yeah.
Flying off the virtual shelves over at the Comex.shop.
Yeah. As far as I know, yeah, flying around everywhere, mate. So it's good. No complaints. So happy that people seem to be enjoying it. So
yeah, damn wicked. Adrian Nasita, thank you for joining us once again, sir.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
And Brian, aka Rob O'Connor. Rob, is it life or life?
Life. Because it's not quite life.
That's freaking great. So Rob has a comic book called Liff, and I thought maybe this is like a French way of saying life. I don't know. I thought there was some deep meaning
as well.
And there is a deep meaning. It's not quite life. Bloody hell, that's great.
There you go.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Great to be
Are
here.
you drawing on brown paper tonight by any chance?
Of course.
Yes. Nice.
Wow, how weird.
All right. Well, let's do this thing.
Let's talk about real stuff. Let's talk about the
theme. And the theme, of course, is we got this image earlier. Thanks to Quick for modeling that one for us. Deadpool is a Marvel Comics character who first appeared in this here comic book, New Mutants 98, which came out in December 1990. I wasn't even born yet. Well, I was very old when it came out, unfortunately. Initially, Deadpool was a supervillain before later becoming an anti-hero. Deadpool, of course, the alter ego of Wade Wilson, a disfigured Canadian mercenary with superhuman regenerative. I'll get it. Regenerative, healing abilities. He is known for his tendency to joke incessantly and break the fourth wall with humorous effect. Now, one thing I want to talk about tonight, amongst other things, but I think before we all go around the room, I want to have a little debate about who created Deadpool. Now, the sources say that Deadpool, of course, was created by Rob Liefeld and Fabian Narcezia. Narcezia, I believe is how you say it. Now, that is has been debated over the years by Rob Liefeld himself, whereas everybody else seems to be Team Fabian. But I pose this question to you, Quick. Just if I was to present you with a toilet-shaped character that I had drawn, and a loose plot of his first story,
Have you
I
drawn
gave
it?
to you, and I said, could you write a script for the first story? Here's the basic outline. You script it for me, and I'll draw it. We go on to have Mucho Successo. Who created?
Did you draw it first and say, here's the picture, write this?
I did.
You drew it first?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't write it, and then you drew after the...
No, I wrote it. I'm sorry, I drew it, and I gave you a synopsis of the character and the plot. You wrote it.
Did I give him a backstory and everything and put him on an arc and all that?
No, I gave you the loose plot. You gave him sort of his mannerisms and his sort of vocal, his dialogue.
Oh.
Give him his essence.
Yeah, it's mostly you. I'm not going to lie.
You heard it here first. I
I
created...
think I get a small percentage of the claiming right. And I'd like to argue with you about it for the decades to come.
Okay. Well, you
I
can't
reserve
spell
that
Rob
right.
Liefeld without Rob Lyle. Just saying. So, Rob Liefeld famously said, which I think he might have retracted since, but if a janitor scripted New Mutants 98, he'd be the co-creator. That's how it works, buddy. Deadpool does not exist in any way, shape, or form without me. I wrote the stories. Like Jim Lee and others, I worked with a scripter who helped facilitate. I chose Fabian, and he got the benefit of the Rob Liefeld lottery ticket. Those are good coattails to ride.
Lovely.
Oh, what a humble man. Hey, where are you getting all these Deadpool gifts from?
Getting jealous over there, Alex.
Yeah, I'm just doing my job. What's going on here?
That's all I've got, Alex.
Can I interrupt?
Of course, always.
We have a mountain of comments that have been coming in with answers to your question and other such things.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go through each one.
Okay, we've got a evening.
Hey, Pete.
We've got hi, everyone.
Hello,
We've got a
Absent
yay.
Minded. Shawnee.
Then we've got a go
Hey there.
Deadpool. Fun comic people. G'day
See you
all.
on Sunday.
Hey.
Jeffrey.
And then here's the answers.
On
Phone.
my phone while I draw. Love that.
Yep.
We've got another phone.
You're on my phone. Thank you.
Like nice cat.
Streaming on the telly.
In my studio, but I is alone, so it's just me and the ghosts that can see you here.
Oh, yes.
What about the neighbors peeping in?
And
You're on my TV
on
as
TV.
always. I can see you all in vivid detail. Pete, I want to know what your wife mutters under her breath as she walks through the room when you're watching this show.
then Dan says hello.
And oh, cool. More peeps with internet handles. I'm not alone. We multi-named people will take over the world.
Oh.
If only, Shawnee. If only.
Oh, Justin.
Woohoo! Hey, I met Joe Rowe last night. You're on my computer like a virus.
Like a virus.
Thanks, Alex. You just ruined my three-course dinner.
Oh, I'm sorry, Peter. My bad.
Are you really?
It's always the eyes. More gunk talk.
Oh, yes. I did the washing today, and I put all the hats in so they're wet.
Wow, what a lineup tonight.
Yeah,
well,
great.
look, Alison, I'm here every week, mate, but all right, sure.
No, you're not. Every fortnight.
Yeah, okay.
It's Alex.
The man literally has lie in his name. Yeah. Whoa, mind blowing.
There we go. We're caught up. Back to you, Spencer.
Yeah. All right, Sid. Well, back to you, actually. So tell us what you like, don't like. What's your history with the character known as Deadpool?
Okay, history. I read that comic, The New Mutants, and I read the Deadpool through the New Mutants, and I found Deadpool meh. But then when the Deadpool comic came out, and there was a different writer and a different artist and all that sort of jazz, and they made him even crazier and even more loopy, that's when I fell in love with Deadpool, because he was like crazy as all hell in that particular comic. And he had to save the planet from a alien that was going to come here and hypnotize us all or some shit. Yeah, it was an interesting comic, but Deadpool was just batshit crazy in it.
There is argument that Gail Simone, Joe Kelly, I think Christopher Priest, Mark Waid, maybe, I don't know. There's a handful of people who wrote him later on who really gave him some of the stuff that we love about him today, I guess. So Sis, talk to me quickly about what drew you to the Rob Liefeld of it all back in the day? Or did it?
Deadpool, nothing. But I did like Rob Liefeld's art. I'm one of those people who liked his art.
That's not a popular take.
It was full of energy. That's what I loved about it. It was something about it just
for its time.
The art.
Yeah, I famously
for its time was very energetic.
My favorite wrestler growing up was the Ultimate Warrior, and as you get older, people would say, "The Ultimate Warrior, he's got the work rate of a snail, mate. Yes, he used to be puffed when he got to the ring." It's like you're meant to like go back and rejudge your childhood eyes. But as a young lad myself, Rob Liefeld's art in X-Force is almost by itself responsible for me being into comic books. I've told the story famously, but quickly is I was big into Ninja Turtles. Dan May bought me a handful of Ninja Turtle comics. Not only did I fall in love with those comics, but the medium itself. And I went to the newsstands to buy more Ninja Turtle comics, and next to them was X-Force #3, and I picked it up, and I was obsessed. And I've gone back, I've tried to reread it, and I don't know what I saw in it, but the fact that I love the crap out of it. And I remember a comic book store dude saying, "Oh man, if you're looking," because I wanted to get X-Force 1 and 2 because I'd started at 3. And he said, "Oh, you should grab New Mutants 100 as well. That like is the story that leads into them starting X-Force." And so stupid me, I'm looking through the New Mutants, like going 88, 89, 90, don't want, past first Cable, past first Deadpool to get myself New Mutants 100. I could have picked up those issues back then, but alas, I did not. Quick, what about you and the you a Deadpool guy?
No, I was always sort of like I was aware of Deadpool. I've never read a Deadpool comic. But I was always aware, like just through like bits and pieces of like cartoon bits or pieces or whatever it was, and I understood the character very quickly. I think, and his name hasn't been said yet. Ryan Reynolds really put him on the scene. There's no denying it. And when I think about Deadpool, the character, the movie character, like what Ryan Reynolds has done with his career and the name Deadpool, and like I would say, like for me, it's Christopher Reeves is Superman. That's it, and the only follow up to that is Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Like, that's it. I wouldn't really.
Ben Affleck is Batman.
Nope.
No.
But Ryan's like really he synced himself so much with the character.
What about Hugh Jackman Wolverine?
I was gonna say, yeah, exactly.
I don't even thought about it. Yeah, I don't think he is, but I love what he does as Wolverine. Yeah.
Just in case, spoiler warning, Pete. Because last week we spoiled. What did we spoil the fortnight ago? Something huge. So just in case we get into Deadpool Wolverine talk, let's just put a loose spoiler alert there so we can freely talk about it. We're not going to give away everything. Well, we might. So just
we might.
Be careful. My one time I was reading a Deadpool comic. It was late at night. That's when I like to read comics. I read them to sort of drift off to sleep. And I thought, I'll read just one more issue. And I think on the last panel, or at least the last panel of a page, Deadpool looks at the camera, breaks the fourth wall, and says, "What do you think, Rob?" Now, of course, he's talking to Rob Liefeld, but sleepy me, I had to reread it because I thought I was going insane. Lady Rattus, who hilariously I once accidentally called Lady Larrikin, which didn't take off, but we'll see. Are you a Deadpool lady?
You could call me a Lady Deadpool, definitely. I was sort of like first introduced with Deadpool from when X-Men came out, like the OG X-Men, which is kind of cool that it's all being tied back into the new movie and stuff. So I didn't really like read the comics or anything like that, but I was introduced. I think that's how I was introduced to a lot of the comic book world, was through the movies. And I was a bit like, this character is what's happening. Looked into her a bit more and then found out, definitely screwed that up a little bit. So it'll be, I think, kind of gravitate towards the character because they're sort of like left field, a little bit crazy, a little bit kooky, and a lot of fun to draw. So I gravitate towards a lot of those kind of characters that have a lot of movement, have a lot of energy. So, and easy to come up with ideas, definitely.
Rob Liefeld famously says that it was Todd McFarlane and Eric Larson who would often brag about how easy Spider-Man was to draw, that he was just a circle with two other circles for his eyes. And Rob Liefeld was legit jealous, and so created his own sort of round head. Well, here you go. You're going to see how easy it is. This thing draws itself.
5 ovals, baby. There you go.
Perfect.
5 ovals.
It's like fresh off the Marvel Comics page there. If you could just hashtag Joe Quesada, Tom Brevoort in the comments and give that timestamp, let's get quick at job.
I think I created Deadpool.
Peter Lane has an answer to the whispering of the wife.
Excellent. My wife is currently watching a stage show called Pirates of the Curry Bean. That sounds... But if she was here, she'd probably ask why Spedsy isn't wearing his red and black top like he usually does. Wow. Yes, I it's green and black tonight, but I got hot pre-show. Some would say I'm still hot. Yeah, get at me. Alex Major, tell us, when you watched Wolverine Origins and you saw Ryan Reynolds have his lip sewn shut and huge blades come out of his forearms and weird stripes and dots on his chest, what did you think?
I didn't watch that.
Smart move.
Yeah. I don't watch many Marvel movies because once you don't watch enough, it just missed to it. Like, I've seen the first Deadpool movie; it was fun, but I feel like it just feels so daunting to go to a Marvel movie. Go like, I haven't watched the 12 TV series and 50 other movies leading into this thing. So,
nice.
There you go. In my eyes.
Oh, what was it?
What's going on there?
I was just trying to get the right page. I think I got your pulsing eyeball right, Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's kind of healed for the show. I was kind of hoping it'll come back a little bit so I can just show it off.
Yeah, cool, man. I think.
Don't worry. It says I wouldn't have used any naughty words while showing it to people.
No, I think that Quick has totally captured it, so we're good.
Yeah.
All right, Alex. Let's go. I want yes, no, and thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, so
that's not how I work, though, right?
I know. It's almost like why I do these things.
Can I just give you a score out of 10 instead?
Okay, but I need it kind of so it'll be yes, I've seen it, or no, I haven't, and then if you have seen it, give me a score. All right, you ready?
Okay, all right.
Iron Man 1.
I haven't seen it.
Whoa, Incredible Hulk.
Which one? I saw the one with.
We're doing MCU, so Edward Norton.
Yeah, I saw the Edward Norton one. I saw it in a restaurant.
And so
I like it, but I couldn't see all of it. It was just it was silent with Chinese subtitles. so does that count as seeing it?
And you thought, this is rubbish. I'm not watching any more of these movies if this is how
exactly. That was after that. I just couldn't watch another Marvel movie.
Iron Man 2.
No, I haven't seen any of the Iron Man.
Thor.
No.
Captain America: The First Avenger.
No. Do you want me to just give you all the Marvel movies?
No.
Yeah.
The Avengers. The Avengers.
No, I haven't seen any of the Avengers. No.
Holy crap! So Iron Man 3, no. Thor: Dark World, no. Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
No.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
No.
Holy shit! Ant-Man.
No.
Doctor Strange.
No.
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
No, I saw Daredevil with the perfect Batman in it.
Black Panther.
No, I saw Blade.
Blade definitely was better, but yeah.
I don't think it's getting better than that. So Deadpool 1, 2, and 3. Have you seen those?
I've seen Deadpool 1 for sure. I think I've seen 2. I've seen the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans and Spider-Man Into the Multiverse, whatever the animation ones. I saw that one. And I saw the first 2 X-Men movies. And I think that's a wrap. Sorry?
You haven't seen Last Stand, Days of Future Past?
No.
The First Class?
I just got too much. Eventually, it was just like, no. I was like,
I have a question.
Yeah.
How are you sick of them? You've seen none of them.
No,
I
said it's daunting. I said it's daunting to get into them.
Okay.
Once you miss a bunch, it feels like I don't know where to start, where to get back to. It looks like I'm behind, and it's just like why I can't read Marvel comics or DC comics. Like when I got into comics, I got into DC comics because I could, finding Spawn 1 to read was a lot easier when it's only up to issue 30, and while Spider-Man is already 30 years in at that point, and I'm like, I can't get the full thing.
Wow. All right.
Look at me. I'm not even a nerd anymore. What's going on? Got to go back drinking with the boys at the pub and talk about cars. That V8.
Paul, just before the orgy breaks out behind you, are you a Deadpool fan?
Yeah. I read the comics. I really liked Joe Kelly was the writer that I thought really made Deadpool. But I got the Ed McGuinness art, the run with Ed McGuinness drawing and Joe Kelly writing.
Yep.
That's very good. I like it. Deadpool. That's very good. Yes. So Ed McGuinness on the art and Joe Kelly drawing, yeah. And Joe Madureira is my favorite artist of all time. He did a 4-issue miniseries. So
He's sick.
But yeah.
Was that the first Deadpool that had a 4-issue mini series?
Yeah. It was pretty early on in Joe Mad's career. So I don't know if he had done Uncanny X-Men yet. I can't remember. I think that Deadpool miniseries was one of his first published, one of, right?
Yeah.
It was early on, but yeah. But the ones I mainly bought were definitely the Ed McGuinness and Joe Kelly run for a while. Yeah. Yep.
And you've seen? Have you seen all the MCU movies?
I've seen all of the movies of everything. I don't discriminate. Marvel, DC, all of them.
Right. Deadpool 1, 2, and 3. Do you have a favorite?
Deadpool 1. Oh.
That's hard.
It is hard because Deadpool 1's good, right? Because it was the first one and it was done well. Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool anyway, right? But the last one was awesome because of all the things in it. So I don't know how much we can say, but I almost like yelled out quite loud at a couple of moments. One in particular, but cameo.
Yeah,
but yeah.
You know what? I wouldn't call Deadpool and Wolverine like the third film. It's sort of so different.
It's like a
Infinite
standalone.
Company,
Yeah.
If they released just call it Deadpool 3, I'd be like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, because the first two were quite dark and sickly, good feeling. And that wasn't in Deadpool and Wolverine. Well, was bright comedy in the sun most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. But it was yeah. There was all the Fox thing, getting rid of the Fox thing too, right? Like sometimes it felt like an homage, sometimes it felt like an FU, like I wasn't sure, but
yeah, I got that. Well, I think he literally headbutts the camera and says "fuck you." So
I got a question for people that watched the movie. In the original X-Men movie, like there's a throwaway line about their costumes, about like Wolverine says something about wearing something yellow and blue would be ridiculous or something.
A Cyclops, that's something about, would you prefer spandex? Yeah.
So then in this current one, he's obviously wearing his classic yellow uniform. Is that brought up that he was talking shit about that uniform and now he's talking rubbish?
Actually, the answer to that was a bit darker in terms. Really, that wasn't a funny thing with why he wears his outfit, right?
But there's a reason.
Yeah, true.
That's what I'm saying. There's a reason, but it wasn't a funny reason. It was actually kind of
not at all.
Reason. Yeah.
Doesn't he even say, what would you prefer, black leather or we're all wearing black leather or something like that? Or was it a spin on the joke?
The first line was in the X-Men movie. Cyclops said, "Would you prefer yellow spandex?" Right, and then in X-Men '97, they did a similar. I think they turned it around. Would you prefer black leather or something?
Yeah.
Which was a good call. Yeah.
Right. I knew I heard it somewhere.
Yeah, it was in the X-Men '97.
Now we better cross to Mike Nason quickly because I know he's storming Paris in the morning and the ships are. Mike, are you a big Deadpool guy?
Not so much. I was there for the beginning with the whole Rob Liefeld thing. I did like his art back then because it didn't look like his art now. And Deadpool was always as you kind of mentioned, a poor man's Spider-Man. I think it certainly looks as if he created it just for fun. I do remember hearing from a friend during the 90s that it got better and better as a series. And this was from a guy who never read superhero comic books, but he actually read it and enjoyed it. And that tells you something, I guess. But I missed the boat on that because I jumped ship to reading Image comic books when all those guys left Marvel.
Yeah.
So, that's why I missed out on a lot of Marvel stuff from about mid-90s on, even though that's where I started reading comic books from. But I do get a kick out of looking at the covers that Liefeld draws because, the hands are not grabbing the guns right and all the swords. So I get a kick out of seeing Deadpool drawn by Liefeld for that reason. It's just funny.
Mike, I've got a quick question. Sorry, Mike, because like you mentioned before, and I think Spedsy didn't pick up on it. You said your mum's actually Icelandic.
Yeah.
So you speak it as well?
I have been able to in the past when I was living over there, but it's been 30 years. So I can read it and I can understand some of it, but I couldn't really twist my tongue around it.
Okay.
But I also learned Norwegian and Swedish because I went to Norway. So it turns out the Nordic languages are very close together. Norwegian is written the same as Danish, but they sound different. Norwegian and Swedish sound the same, but they're written different. So because I learned Norwegian, I can actually understand the other two. And because I learned Icelandic, I get most of that area. What I can't understand is, Finnish and Faroese. but I can understand most of those Nordic places.
So Faroe Islands also has a different like
Yeah,
does
it's closest. It's the closest one to Icelandic, because they're very close. But but there's a separation between Iceland because it's isolated, of course, and the language hadn't changed for, I don't know, 500 years or whatever.
Were you born over there, Mike?
No. But we moved there when I was 1, then came back when I was 3, and then moved back when I was 9, and came back when I was 16 after staying in Norway for 4 years as well. It was a bit of a trip, but yeah, quite amusing.
You're like the Alex Major of Scandinavia. They've been all over all these places.
Maybe,
yeah, I guess. I don't even know who that is.
Me. I was okay. Yeah, I was born in Austria, grew up in Hungary, Poland, and then gone forwards and backwards between Australia and then China.
Alex.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's okay.
You're like the Alex Major of Scandinavia. I don't know who that is.
That could be the best comeback.
There you go.
Has to be that award.
That was brilliant.
His name is out of context for my ADHD brain.
Yeah,
that's my excuse.
Mike,
No,
I heard a possibly bullshit thing.
Yeah.
Greenland is icier than Iceland, and Iceland is greener than Greenland. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Well, so the idea is when the guys came from Norway to Iceland, the theory, the story that I heard is they didn't want anyone to move there, so they called it Iceland, even though it was green. And for some reason, yes, they called Greenland green, even though 90% of it is covered in tundra ice, whatever you want to call it. You know, ice that doesn't melt.
It's being fixed now, isn't it? Like all the global warming, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's no more ice there anymore. It's an amazing place. We should all move there.
Yeah, we fixed that annoying glacier in the Antarctic thing.
Iceland has
it's Arctic,
good summers, meaning everything's green, but it doesn't get very warm. So a heat wave in Iceland is anything above 20 degrees. That's awesome. And then of course you've got the night and day issue of almost permanent night during the winter time and almost permanent daytime during the summer times, which is crazy. So Iceland is a nice place, but I didn't enjoy living there because it was just too upside down for me, almost literally. And but Norway was really good. I really enjoyed Norway. That's a much better climate. It doesn't feel as isolated, but you know that's my memory of it as a kid. I mean, I haven't been there for 34 years, so yeah.
Sorry, Alex.
Oh, no, I just know that. Hey, somebody's. Hey, Micke, är det varmt I allt skägg? Say it.
Yes, it is warm. Thank you.
Now, apologies to the people who came here looking for Deadpool chat, but like I'm all about Mike at the moment, and Mike is blowing my mind. Mike, were there like? I'm sorry, I know you were there when you were a kid, but like, they're like museums of all that sort of old
There's
stuff.
excuse the language, a penis museum.
Sweet.
You heard of that? Yeah.
My favorite type of museum.
Yeah. So I haven't visited that one. I just saw it on TV. But yes, it's a penis museum of all sorts of penises. So that kind of tells you something. That tells you something about Iceland and Icelandic people.
Okay. Now if I wanted to donate, like after I was to pass away, if I wanted to donate to that museum, anyway,
sure.
that's a question.
You would get in, I'm sure. You know.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. For whatever
famous
it's worth.
host of Drink and Draw live stream show in Australia.
There you go. Yeah. I'm sure they're always after donations.
It's okay. Awesome. In Tasmania at MoMA, we've got the other half museum. Excuse my language. A vagina.
Oh, really? Wow.
No way.
There you go. There you go. Maybe it's something.
I'm pretty sure it was at MoMA, and it was old plaster
wow.
creations.
Maybe it's something about people who live on small islands. You know,
yeah,
maybe
they're a little bit crazy.
Lack of interests and all the rest of it. Yeah. Wow. There you go.
Wow. Lauren, did you go to the museum?
Look, my interest does not align as strongly as probably most in this room. So, no, I did not go.
Okay. Would you go to a penis museum?
It's surprisingly not either.
Is there any body part museum you would go to?
What about no.
Not even hands?
Good
What
answer.
if they had like a hands museum and you could see a bunch of hands?
Yeah.
I
Imagine
got
they built
nothing.
the hand museum next to the peanut. Oh, that would be trouble.
No, this just reminds me of Santa. I don't want to do that again.
Wow. All right. I know.
Inside
Quick,
joke.
you must have had a Chalker pool locked and loaded. So let's move on to Lee Chalker. Lee, what's your background? Is there any Viking blood in there by any chance to derail this show even further?
Yeah, I like that. I can live with that, Nick. Nice one, man. No, man, no. Scottish, Irish heritage, man. So,
Well, aren't there Vikings in Scotland? That explains.
That's pretty close. Because part of my
well, maybe I don't know. I haven't seen their occupations.
part of my mother's line goes back to Scotland as well. So you might be surprised.
Well, man, maybe we have pillaged a few villages back in the day. I'm not sure.
You can only hope.
You did, Nick. You did.
I did. Oh.
It's a weird show actually tonight. Nick May, if you are watching, you obviously are. To not have like, I'm not too private about the fact that Dave Dye and Nick May are kind of mentors of mine in comics, and for both of them to not be on the show tonight, they're guys I don't want to disappoint, and for them not being here, I think partly to blame for Penis Museum talk and whatnot. And I am Irish Dutch. Mike, is there any chance
of what?
Of me being a Viking? I just want to be a Viking.
Yeah. Oh, look, technically, anyone who has lived in the British Isles and above is going to be related. I mean, the Vikings went everywhere practically, down to the Middle East and all the rest of it. So there was a lot of mixing of peoples, everyone.
Can you just apply?
Yeah, you can apply. There's a registration fee, but it's pretty small. But you have to get an Icelandic name when you move to Iceland. Well, okay, actually, that's a story from when I was a kid. For some reason, we had to change our names. I don't know why. Apparently, we didn't have to, but the person who was putting us through the immigration thing said that we had to. So maybe they thought it was good for integration. I don't know. But,
So you have a different name. So
my Icelandic name was Magnus.
Oh,
yeah. Even though technically I should have been called something like Mikael or whatever, because that's probably closer. But yeah, so I was Magnus Magnusson, because in Iceland, you take on as your last name your father's first name. You just add son as in son, and if you're a daughter, then you add dotter. So it would be Magnusson or Magnus dotter if it was a girl.
So at some point, someone in your line was the son of Nay, Mike Nason, son of Nay.
No, because that is a Welsh name. So that's my dad's side of things.
Right.
Yeah. So
someone was born from a horse, and they were like, "Son of Nay."
Yeah, that's right. I did try to look into it. I thought maybe it was French or something like that. It's possible that it might actually be Sicilian, because there is a place called Naso in the north of Sicily. And when I looked at photographs of guys from that area, my dad looked a lot like them. So, yeah, he did do one of those ancestry things. I can't remember the result of it, but it was fascinating, I guess.
Believe it or not, I think like episode in the 90s somewhere, we did a show on Vikings. I think we've talked more about Vikings on the Deadpool show than we did on the Vikings show. Mr. Chalker, I'm so sorry. I will not derail you with more Viking chatter. Let's talk Deadpool. Do you have a long history with the character? Are you a fan? Not a fan?
Yeah, and you don't have to apologise to me, Spedsy. People hear enough of my shit on Tuesday, mate. Just picked up New Mutants issue 98 from the newsagents when I was a kid, going through my X-Men phase and everything I could get. I don't really remember gravitating towards him. Then just, I don't know, he disappeared for a while. I stopped reading X-Men and veered off into all the other tangents I went to. And by the time I came back to Marvel in, I suppose, the mid-2000s, Deadpool had seemingly transformed into, thank you, Jeffrey, had seemingly transformed into a completely different character, comedy type dude. I've picked up one or two issues here or there, and they seemed okay, but again, was off on my other tangent with independent comics and Dark Horse in 2018 and stuff, and never really thought much about him again until I did actually go to the movies to see Deadpool, and was at that moment, like when I saw the first one anyway, I was like, right, got him. I get that character. And that's about it, really, man. I haven't really had heaps and heaps to do with him. I don't collect him at all. Yeah, but he's cool, you know, like he does his thing. So one of those characters that just evolved over 20 years, you know, so man, everyone likes him, so success to whoever the opposing sides are who created him. You know, like not for me to say, but I would
figured it out.
If I designed a drawing and gave you the outline of the story and asked you to write the script for me, I would probably be thinking that there's a possibility that I'm at least a high percentage owner of the character, yes, you know, but you know, that's not for me to say. I'm not a lawyer, so yeah.
I believe Fabian Nasaya has actually said that it is sort of an 85. In his mind, it's an 85%, 15%. 85 being Rob Liefeld and 15% him. But you know,
oh man, I would think that probably 70-30 would be fair, because I mean, I don't know, Rob just sort of dropped off the character after X-Force, didn't he? He went off to do other things. So other creators, I guess, have, you know, built what Deadpool is now. But I mean, Rob's done the drawings. I mean, he puts them on Facebook to show people that here's the original drawings, and here's, you know, like the color designs and character designs, and they're all signed by him and dated for those dates, and they all seem to be you know, agreed upon. And I mean, what did the New Mutants issue 98 cover? Original artwork by him. Just
I saw that. It was a lot.
Yeah, like
7
10
mil.
Was it more? Like 10 million bucks?
I know.
Oh,
7,
wow.
I heard.
Yeah, right. Just a ridiculous amount. But all of his stuff sells. So, you know, I mean, good luck to him. He's a success, regardless of whether you look at success as money or, you know, like whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right.
Hey, Rob, is it fair to mention Deathstroke in this conversation? Isn't there a part of that in the creation story?
Rob Liefeld has slammed people for suggesting that Deathstroke has anything to do with Deadpool. Deathstroke did come out 10 years before Deadpool. Yep.
Wow.
Now, I believe it was Fabian who gave Deadpool his civilian name and jokingly said to Rob Liefeld, this is Deathstroke. You've just recreated Deathstroke. And so as a sort of as a rib, called him Wade Wilson to rhyme with Slade Wilson, as though they're related. I believe they're aware, but Rob Liefeld says that he wanted Spider-Man Spider-Man to draw and Spider-Man's quipping and whatever, and Wolverine's sort of nasty brutality and whatever. And that's why, too, he was a big Wolverine fan, Rob Liefeld, but wasn't writing or drawing him. And so he would connect Deadpool to Wolverine as much as he could. That's why Deadpool's a Weapon X project and is from Canada and has a healing factor. And
yeah, that's pretty cool. I hadn't really
Canadian?
thought about that.
Thanks,
Or like
David.
even
McFarlane,
give Spider-Man some katanas. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I asked that question. I thought that Mr. Liefeld would just said, yeah, there's a lot of Deathstroke in there. But I haven't read that. That was just something I've put together.
Nick, I got a question to you, Nick. I thought that was a very reasonable question to ask Rob. I'm just wondering, since we spent like half an hour talking about Vikings, why did you think this would have not been an appropriate question for this show?
I just wanted to phrase it politely, Alex. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't really mean it. You were just being overly polite.
I don't know. Rob's on it. I knew Rob's mind was like, okay, the next question is forming, and I'm going to do it. And I'm just like, excuse me. I mean, the next question may have been, hey, Adrian, sorry.
Yeah, madam.
Yeah. Poor old Adrian.
Who am I talking to?
That was Nicole that said that.
That's how Rob does it. Don't blame me.
Sorry, what was the question?
Well, while we've got you, Adrian, are you a Deadpool fan? Do you have history with the character? Like him, dislike him?
Yeah, I got a history with it. I was sort of grabbing the X-Force and New Mutants as they were coming out as a kid, and X-Men 1, Jim Lee's X-Men 1 as well. It was all around that time that I started getting into comics. That's pretty good, man. You forgot the goatee. And so yeah, I was into it. But that was in my mind, that was the absolute best time. We had Jim Lee doing X-Men, Wolverine. Yeah. Rob was doing X-Force, New Mutants, so that was just gold. And as a kid, those comics were just dynamite. Todd was doing Spider-Man, so it was, that was like the time to be in it, in my opinion. The art was just leaps and bounds above anything else.
Yeah. Do you enjoy drawing the character?
Look, I don't draw it very often. I do like drawing Deadpool though. Cable, I'm a big fan of Cable as well. But Wolverine's probably the main Marvel character that I like. But I don't get enough time to draw, period. So when I do, it's normally doing what first comes into my head, and that's normally Turtles.
Adrian, quick question, because you mentioned you name dropped Cable. Are you a Rob Liefeld fan or not really?
Yeah, I'm a Rob fan. As a kid, man, that was, like I said, that his art back then, like the other guys I named, there was no one else drawing like that. It was all pretty plain. Their stuff was just super energetic, super detailed.
Dude, there was a New Mutants issue, man, where he did Wolverine that was awesome. Cable versus Wolverine, and they knew each other. It was like the first time there was some connection, and that was the first time I've seen a live.
That was, I think, to do with that something agenda. It was like a crossover between all the books. Even before that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. It's really, man. It's really wicked.
I have to check it out. I'm sure I've seen it. There's a cover like they're going face.
Face
they
on,
are. Right?
Yeah. Wolverine's up on him, coming down on claws and that. And I remember seeing that and going like, "Wow, I'm not seeing anything like that." So
but that was the thing. Like I was a kid who used to walk into the newsagent, and I wasn't even really collecting comics at the time. But then I saw some of just the covers, and they just grabbed you. It's like I got to get this, and that's part of the reason. I mean, I always was drawing before that, but then basically drawing from watching animated stuff as a kid. But once I saw that, like the art on the cover, it's like, wow, this stuff is great.
They were all following a similar philosophy, which was the Jack Kirby influence.
That's right.
Like all 7 of them were thinking dynamic visuals, capture the imagination of the people, of the fans, and that's what they all had in common. Basically, they're all thinking the same way. They're all trying to reach the next level, all doing it in their own individual styles. There were other people in the industry doing similar things, like Walter Simonson, John Romita Jr. was also doing it. Just making things as dynamic as they could on the page. And that's why they became so successful.
100%. I think Kirby to them was what these guys were to us, like to me.
Yeah.
You know, because I was too young to see much of that stuff, Kirby stuff. But yeah, so I think good on them, because it inspired me, and inspired a lot of other people to do what they do. So I think it worked.
All right, Mr. O'Connor, you have had 55 minutes to come up with something amazing to say. You're probably thinking, I'm going to talk about this bit and that bit and this bit. And that's why I'm going to totally just take a left-hand turn and throw you in the deep end. You, as of tomorrow, can regenerate, just like Deadpool. What's something you've always wanted to do but haven't done from fear of injury or whatever, that you could now do with the ability to regenerate with no fear, essentially?
Tricky. Parkour.
Yes.
Some very tall
Parkour.
buildings.
All right. So, are you scared to jump off anything of any size, or?
I'd say I have a respect for heights. We'll leave it at that.
Well, because your answer was so nice and succinct, we are running out of time. But I wish you need your, like Quick said earlier, a bright comedy in the sun. Well, Rob O'Connor deserves some time in the sun. Rob, tell us your love or unlove for Wade Wilson Deadpool.
Like you're saying, it's got to be quick, so I shall be quick. It's the movies. I just watched the movies. I haven't read the cartoons or comics.
You haven't read the cartoons, neither have I.
I haven't read the cartoons. I actually haven't seen the cartoons, and I haven't read the comics.
Right.
Except that when the first movie came out, my son desperately wanted to see the movie, but he was way too young for all the naughty words and the violence and such. So to make him happy, I bought him a Deadpool comic and a trade. And to get ready for tonight, I thought, I'll borrow that comic off him. Turns out, over the years, I've got him 3.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So I've got a lot of reading to do.
Yeah.
I'll do some Deadpool catching up.
That's the downside. So my kids are 8 now, and I've since I've taken them to the I think what is it? I've taken them to Guardians of the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and some of the later ones, and caught them up on Disney Plus. And so my son saw an ad come up for Deadpool Wolverine and got all excited. He's like, "Dad, are we going to that one as well?" And I was like, "Son, there's some things I'm yet to teach you, and I'll be damned if that movie's going to teach them to you." I'd also been watching Vikings. That's why I was trying to do a stronger, manly voice. Anyway, now there's a few things we need to do art, obviously, but I also, I guess maybe after the art, we need to talk to Paul and find out who he is and what's his deal. And I also wouldn't mind getting a quick little update. Lauren's had some huge things happening since we've seen her last. So prepare thyselves. But until then, let's take a look at some pictures.
Come on, let's see some.
Drawing my drawing. Drawing.
Make any money with your drawings.
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
Bitch.
See you, Rob.
Big day for art, this one. People like drawing Deadpool.
So, quick question. Is this why we don't have many ladies on the show? Because of that line that The Rock says?
Goodness, mate.
I don't know.
Anyway,
that-
sorry. Go back.
That is probably
He
more
rolled the
likely.
Okay, first one, Sis.
Oh, yes, is. I saw
Is that yours,
you
Sis?
online today for 2 hours.
Woo!
I thought,
Nice.
what's
Yeah,
this guy
this
up
is the
to?
one I drew a little while ago, so I'm cheating. I'm saving the one that I drew today on live stream
Nice.
because we had a few people who did multiple pictures, like Davo77.
Yeah,
This
Davo.
one.
Oh, nice. Oh, the colors pop, Davo.
Yeah.
And this
Look,
one.
there's some smooth.
Some naughtiness. Naughty.
Nice. Alex.
And some more Davo77.
Excellent work,
Davo.
Davo. Hey, do me a
It's on
favor, Sid.
fire.
Can you go back to the first one you did?
Yeah, sure.
Look how smooth. I assume that's with Copic markers. Look how smooth that coloring is.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Nice work, Davo.
Brand even.
Nice one, Davo. Nice one.
Yeah, the color. You're right. The color's really good. It's really smooth.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go digital with Nick May.
Whoa.
Nick May. Holy shamoly.
That's
Oh,
Deadpool
yeah.
1 from Nick May.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Then there's Eggpool.
Man, it's cool.
Deadpool.
Count the ovals.
That one took a while, I can tell.
Yeah. He
That
drew
is
that during my drawing, and he also drew this one during it.
Yeah.
It's gonna get
I love Nick May's style.
He's
And I
still
love
got boys'
the
head in.
reference. I love the reference.
Now, the tiny head might be having to go at me because I was drawing this when he drew that. So,
Excellent, Diz. Good work, man.
Oh, look at all that. Look at all that work.
It is.
He's like got a zip down his front of his face to take his mask off.
well, that's what he's got in the comics.
Does he?
Well, at least the older ones.
Staying true to the source material.
Yeah. And then we got Dan May.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mad. That's cool.
That out.
Shit, yeah.
Holy gosh.
And then we've got.
Wow.
Sorry, looking at that a bit more.
Yeah. He ran out of black ink.
He ran out. He didn't outline it either.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Then we have someone saying, or his real name. I don't know if I'm meant to say his real name. He wrote someone saying. For someone saying, awesome art. He was watching me draw this, and that inspired him to draw something as well. He's from the US, and it's ridiculous time in the morning for him.
Oh, thanks for watching us.
Yeah, thanks, someone sane. I too have a weird internet pseudonym.
I was in class the other day, and a kid asked me, "How do you draw Deadpool's boots? Are they red boots? Are they black boots?" And I didn't know how to answer him. I was just like, they're like,
There is no answer.
yeah, like
There are
sort
so
of
many
black.
versions. There are so many versions.
So
Sorry,
yeah,
I
boots.
was trying to get reference material today, and there were so many versions of his boots, his gloves, his everything.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Anyway, Martin Gammon. He's gone without the
Ooh.
mask look.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
boy,
Ryan.
Likeness and stuff there too. It's good.
Yeah, pretty cool. Egg pool rules. Nice. And then we got Phoebe Nash did a stitch pool, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Good mix.
It's Disney IP. It could happen, guys. Get excited.
I've never seen a Lilo and Stitch anything. I don't know what it is.
First one.
Well, Rob, you should watch Lilo and Stitch 2. Stitch has a glitch. My favorite part in it is the credits.
I will watch that if you watch Iron Man. People don't get the joke that Alex Major's name is likely in the credits, right?
Yeah, I worked on that film. That's bad.
Yeah.
I got it. Shawnee.
I once lay on a Lilo. That,
Whoa.
holy moly.
Is that the Reynolds family?
Speaking of Ryan Reynolds, anybody remember that TV show, Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza
Got a
Place?
pizza plate. Yeah. Yep.
I think it's underrated. I like that show back in the day.
Yeah, I remember. I watched it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Cool. I'm not alone. See, I watch some Ryan Reynolds stuff.
Thanks, Shawnee. That's awesome.
I do like this one as well.
We've got Neil Blandon.
I love his stuff.
Got a little Wolverine with him. Look at that nose. That's rad.
Hey. Oh, I thought you were sort of me.
Oh,
Just bask in its glory while I type this.
I'll bask you in a minute.
Ooh.
Hey, Rob, do you still have the Seinfeld music on standby?
Do I?
Don't play it. It got us like thing last time.
Copyright. Yeah.
Copyright infringement.
Well, I'm gonna just interrupt. I've put together a quick that I'm really proud of. You mentioned that you and Rob Liefeld have similar names, so this image came together rather quickly. It's Rob Liefeld, Seinfeld being the reference here, and well, yeah, I'd like to explain my joke and then put it out there to the world. That's how it works. There you go.
It's very good.
Oh no.
Can you, Spencer, can you just hum the Seinfeld tune? Maybe we don't get
No.
No.
Turns out I can't. None of that.
I was getting there. I reckon I was there.
All right, as you were, back to the good stuff.
Hugh McGowan.
Hugh.
Oh,
My
nice.
my second favorite Hugh in the Deadpool universe. Excellent.
Nice.
I love
Nice foreshortening on the leg.
Yeah, I like the arm, the pieces as well. Looks like salami. It's good.
Little steaks come at you.
Making me hungry.
So, Paul, you watched the latest Deadpool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is TJ Miller in that one or no?
No.
Okay, because I heard that they had an argument.
Dramas, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought they made up. Kiss they made up, and then they put him in the movie.
No.
No.
Nope.
Oh.
2 hours later.
Dogpool. I don't know if that's what he's
I love
called,
this
but
one.
that's what I'm calling him.
That's a
Talker.
Walkman piece if ever I've seen one.
This is one of my favorite. Lee, is this yours?
Yeah, man.
I love it. You should do more cute animals.
Yeah, I haven't seen a cute little animal before. Look at that.
Yeah,
well, you know, I've got many
Got
layers.
swords
man, you
and
know?
guns. You don't get cuter than that.
And he hid the feet in true Liefeld fashion.
That's exactly what I did.
I love it. I love it. What did you say, Joe Justin?
Yeah, I only went by
Lovely violent one.
Yeah.
Love
Lovely.
it. He'll survive. He'll just have no memories. Oh, sorry, wrong movie. Adam Gillespie.
Maximum effort. A scene
Oh,
from
he's
Zinnia.
jumping off. That's good. Yeah,
He's
from
jumping
the
off
movie.
the bridge. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That was
And
the first movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the first movie.
That was the leaked scene, I think.
Yes, yes, correct.
Oh, it was too.
When he dropped into the car and stuff, yeah.
Cool. Good one.
And the last one I have out of the downloadables, Rob
Oh, I
O'Connor.
love this one. Is this yours, Rob?
Hey,
Looking good.
That's cool.
Oh, thank
good.
you.
love that. Right.
Cool.
Everything
Yeah,
right in that just pops. So
Rob,
fun.
your stuff is bloody beautiful, mate.
The brown paper really shows off the highlights too, isn't it? It's good.
Yeah.
It does.
I liked Domino from the second film, so I figured tried to
Yeah.
figure out some way of getting her in there.
Yeah.
It works.
Absolutely. Well, what I wouldn't mind doing, there's a few people I believe who are still sending in some artwork. So you've got a few minutes left.
Yep.
Now, no shots fired at everyone else, but because we're a bit behind schedule, we haven't seen Lauren for a while. We've never met Paul before. We might catch up with Mike and Rob as well. But you know, us every fortnighters don't need one of these. But let's do this.
This poor person is looking through the newspaper for info on what projects our artists have been working on. And this lost individual is using a map to find where she can follow our artists on social media and buy their books. How about we save them the trouble and just tell them? We call this next segment Shameless Self-Promotion.
All right, Lady Radis.
Oh, sorry.
No, go, Sis.
I was just going, I'm Sis. Yeah, done.
No, Lady Radis, since we saw you last, there's been some cool things. Did you want to just give us an update, what you've been working on, what has dropped since we saw you last and stuff like that?
Oh God, when was the last time I was even on? I think I announced I was working on Morris and the Metal indie comic, which is fantastic. I've started doing the sequentials for that now, so nearly halfway through doing the pencils for that. So we'll ink those and hopefully get that sorted in the next month or so.
I don't think you did say that because I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Well,
No.
yes.
Mm.
So yeah, it's been fun. Not redesigning, but doing my own spin on that character because there's already been 2 previous artists on that one. So taking the reins on that has been a good challenge. Other than that, a couple of new Phantom covers. I did the Boy Detective one, which was this one here. And then I also got my first Turtle cover, which has been a lot of fun. Which was just, really good. And that's been going off really well. A lot of really good feedback on that one, which is awesome. And then other than that, I'm just taking it slow at the moment. Still juggling being a mother. And I've got Evolve, which is a Perth convention, which is sort of making a comeback at the moment. And that is in 2.5 weeks, 7th and 8th, I'm pretty sure. So a little bit of a smaller one, but it would just be nice to just cap off the year. However, I am sort of fingers crossed hoping to get to Brisbane for Supernova as well.
So obviously a Ninja Turtle cover is a monstrous deal. Can you just give us a slight sneak peek of what life was like in the Marshall offices when that email came through?
It was more me seeking it out. So for those, advocate for your work, send it out to people, send it to stores that do store variants, stuff like that. Just, advocate for yourself because you are your biggest fan and your biggest cheerleader. So do that. Got a bite from one of my emails. So I was given about a week to be able to do it. And I had just recently switched to go back to traditionally ink everything. So but I chose to traditionally ink it on paper and then color it myself, which was a good challenge for me as well because I have been a little bit sidetracked and flogging that off to other people to pay. But it was good. I learned a lot and it turned out really well. And like I said, good feedback. It's really good.
Epic. Awesome. Well, congratulations. So cool.
Thank you.
Paul Cameron, do you mind introducing yourself to our audience, those who may or may not know who you are and what you do and all that good stuff?
I do mind, actually.
Okay, that's fine. Moving
on. Look, I'm just another local artist at the end of the day. Sort of do just fan art, lots of that sort of thing. I landed I've been doing art for Alpha Clash, which is a US card game. In the last set 4, which is due out in November, and some of set 5. That's my only real claim to fame, really. But other than that, it's I just like sort of doing my own thing. I was going to do a comic book, but I pulled out because it was going to be a giant graphic novel. I just don't think I had the time. So
can people find your work online somewhere? If they
Instagram, Facebook, X, all that bizarre. Paul Cameron Art, all one word.
Paul Cameron Art.
Instagram is mainly updated there.
Yeah, wicked.
Thank you.
Mike, we haven't seen you for a few weeks. You're often knee deep in the cabin library of it all. What have you been with?
Yeah, so still doing touch-ups and just whatever Pete might need me to do. Eventually, I'll get something published, probably by Reverie, if I can get my ass into gear, that kind of shit. But yeah, can we share my screen for a second?
Absolutely, let's do it. You got it, Sis? Oh yeah.
What?
Holy.
Cool.
Real.
Yeah, it's real.
If it wasn't for the blue outline behind it.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just adjust the layer or two. Just lighten it a bit and pop that
That's
one.
mad. It's really good, man.
Yeah. So.
Holy moly! Wow.
Red boots. Okay, red boots. So we're going with red boots then.
Well, in this version, I mean, this is still sketchy, and I'd have to dig right into the details to, clean it all up. But
wow,
yeah,
that is cool.
Just a sketchy kind of a thing for the moment.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool.
Yay, indeed.
Yeah. I'll see if I can shove my phone into your screens, and you can just see the. Where are we? Hang on. I'll just shut that down, make that bigger. All right. So can we see my Instagram? So it's Mike Nason comic art, and that's just where I post whatever random sketches or whatever I'm drawing.
Yeah. Excellent.
So if there's any updates to me doing anything actual comic book like, it'll pop up on this page.
Awesome.
All right, cool. Cheers.
Lee, of course, you can find on Chinwags here on the Comics Network on Tuesdays. Battle for Bustle, number 5, or volume 2, issue 1, is in the comics shop right now. Adrian, we caught up with you last fortnight, I believe. But did you want to drop your socials and whatnot so people know where to find you?
Yeah, it's just down the bottom of the screen there at Shell Shock Studios on Insta and Facebook. Are we sharing screens? What are we doing?
Yeah, please.
Hang on.
That's.
I'm nowhere near finished as per usual.
Oh no, I never expect to finish anything.
Looks pretty finished, mate. That's a good looking head. I don't know what more.
Oh, Sid. Whoa.
That one's not finished. Put that one back.
Hang on. Share screen. Hang on a minute. All right. We're coming up. I think you, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, looking nice.
Hey.
I just trying to. I did that one, and I wasn't sure whether I should even start that because there's a lot into it. I was going to do this one, which I quite like as well.
Oh yeah,
just more, a little easier. But I might have actually got halfway through that one, but
yeah,
the other one's probably more fun.
Yeah,
and there was a line down the center of the head too.
Yeah, take that, me.
Yeah.
That's almost 5 shortening. Relax, everyone. Stop laughing so much.
Sorry, I was laughing. I was muted. There you go.
You're so funny, Rob.
Rob O'Connor, I believe there is a new Death Ship Jenny on the horizon.
Yep. Just right in the weeds with that, sort of trying to get the story art done and writing and rewriting and having crises of is it worth it or is it good? Is it not good? Change it and go, no, actually it was good. Let's go back to where it was. All of that sort of fun stuff. So yes, but it'll get there. It'll be out hopefully in time for Brisbane Supernova.
Death Ship Jenny 1, 2, and 3. Was it worth it?
Oh yeah, it's good fun.
Well, then there's your answer, friendo.
Yeah. Why do we do these things?
Yeah, well, that's another question for another longer, sadder podcast, I think. Now, who haven't learned? Can I share your screen? Is that cool?
Yeah, go for it. I don't think I can do anything else.
Holy
Sorry.
That's really awesome.
Sweet.
Wow.
Very good angle, yeah.
Is that in the corner there? Is that a 3D
That's
model that
reference.
you manipulated? Oh,
Yeah, someone posted on Facebook recently, and I lost.
Clip Studio Paint, it's really good, yeah.
I don't know if it is. It's something else that he said because I use Clip Studio ones. It says naughty word, kick ass. Sorry.
That's actually that's quite good. Yeah.
I think it's a different one because it comes with the grid, like a better grid system behind it, which I found was quite useful. But this is just some of the screenshots that he shared on Facebook, and I screenshotted them. But I need to actually go find it because I think it's a different program. So definitely worthwhile because the perspective stuff was way better that I saw compared to what Clip Studio can offer. So yeah, I don't know. I'll find it and I'll let you guys know so you can shout it out next time.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, it looks super handy.
Super handy.
Yeah, and super footy in this case. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. So wait, Sis, me, Nick, Lauren, Alex, of course, we have to do. Mike, we've done. Lee, Rob, Adrian. All right. Did we do it? Is it time to dance, Sis? Unmute yourself, you donkey.
Have we done Paul's?
You haven't seen mine, no.
No, I didn't think so.
Wow.
I always miss one.
You do, actually. It's quite a...
I think I even named everybody except Paul just
It's an initiation.
It's got to be an awkward green room day.
It's not. Yeah, it's. I'm
like people to leave the show doubting.
No.
Intentions.
Holy
moly!
So I went with the Deadpool claws from the movie, like the strap-on stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Love it.
The strap-on.
Yeah, Alex.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't.
Strap-on Wolverine.
Alex,
I wasn't gonna make that reference because I was told not to.
Alex, you're fired.
That's great, Paul. It looks like it's about to be animated or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for because it's quicker to render the animated style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. Good stuff. All right. Well, it must be time to. I assume it's locked and loaded. I'll find out in a red hot second.
It is.
So we've got so much artwork. You got to scroll and scroll and scroll to find it.
I called it Deadpool, just make it easier.
There it is. Click it.
Woo!
Break dancing.
Hey, he's doing the ray gun.
Awesome breakdancing there.
Topical as well, Alex. Holy moly!
There you go. So the people know I didn't do it 5 years ago.
Yeah. Nice. Those are our non-Alex. Those are our rip-off gifts. Not as good as our homegrown guy.
There we go.
No.
So it's red socks over boots. Is that what I'm seeing there, Alex?
I don't know what's going on. I just.
Yeah, that's the vibe.
Sweet.
Excellent. Well, massive thank you to the people watching. We had a lot of people watching tonight, so
we did.
Yeah, I just want to thank you all. Let's keep it up. Watch every week, please, if you will. If you can, I know it's a pain in the ass. I don't do it nearly as often as I should, but if you can, like and subscribe, and drop a comment in the post thingy. It's a whole thing. The algorithm is rigged against us. They don't like us.
No.
So yeah, help us out. What else? Thank you so much to all the artists sending in their stuff. There is no show without you guys sending stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
I sincerely love the idea of people watching this while they're drawing, working on their stuff and that sort of whizzle-wazzle. because it's really cool. Thank you so much to all you guys in the room. Alex wants to say something.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that like anybody in Sydney or visiting Sydney or in Sydney, sketch party first Wednesday of every month. It's back on Wednesday, September 4th. I hope to see as many people as possible.
I'm going to go to one day. I'm going to blow your mind and just show up. I'm going to drive 13 hours or whatever it is, and it's going to be awesome.
And I'll be like, that's the lowest effort you can do for sketch party because the main one's in LA.
Close enough.
Yeah, do the Sydney one. That's good.
Sydney one,
Susan,
good one.
Have you got things cooking that you need to plug?
Yeah, I am going to the Brisbane comic markets this Sunday. Me and Kez will be there selling not only Comic Studio comics, but everything in the shop. That's what this pile behind me that you can't see at the moment. But there's a giant pile there, which is the entire shop, all 130 different comics.
That's awesome.
Not
I have
one of each, though.
Yeah, right. Well, just this week I will be sending you Nick May's Pink Flamenco.
Sweet.
You'll be able to grab that from the comic shop, as well as Nick May's Harmonica, his Minty Frisket, and of course Vamoose, featuring a bunch of people in the show. Also on Sunday, down this way in Melbourne, Rob. Rob, I wrote a note. I chucked in Pink Flamenco because when I saw how much the postage was, and you only charged me $5 for live, I felt very guilty. So you got an extra freebie in there. So Bendicon is on for Victorian peeps. There are quite a lot of people from this very show. Tim McEwen. I shouldn't start naming them because I won't remember them all. The Mac Brothers, Ben Sullivan, myself, Peter Lane, Gary Della, Darren Koziol, Logan French. I shouldn't have named people because I've forgotten some major names. But yeah, there's heaps
Shady
of cool
lady
people.
coming.
Who?
Shaden, is she going?
She's in Adelaide. Shady.
Adelaide. Yeah, but she might drive up to there because the Mac
she's
brothers
not.
are there. So I thought she had it.
Yeah.
So you didn't forget.
Before
it.
we go,
Okay, cool.
We've got 2 late arts.
Ooh.
Exactly.
We've
Too
got
late.
Another one
So
for Shawnee.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice.
And Don Ticchio.
Oh, nice.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wow.
Don,
Nice.
bringing it.
Hey, Don did a beautiful panel in the Bitsy comic.
Yes.
Don Ticchio. He's an OG for a reason, mate. Yes. Thank you, everybody. We will be back in a fortnight to talk and draw the Fantastic Four. So you can do Sue Richards, Reed Richards, Johnny Storm, Earthy the Little Robot, Namor, Mole Man, Galactus. All these people deserve their own show. Fantastic Four is the deal. Sis, I can't remember who you're drawing next week on the off-week show.
Funnily enough, next week is Super Scroll.
There you go.
Fantastic Four one.
Are we doing a crossover, Sis?
I think we are.
All right. Well, thanks for watching our show. We will see you next week with I dare call them the B team, the gold team, the blue team to our gold team. I don't know, the other guys. And then we'll be back in a fortnight. Thank you so much. Comics.shop.
See you guys later.
Like and subscribe to the channel.
Alfred, let's go shop.
Comics.shop.
Say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night. See you next time.
Press the button, the button.
Just press a button. See.
Time to go home now, little doggy.